Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jian, and today on FMA Source, we're gonna be talking a little bit about drawing or deploying your knife from concealment. Now, before I continue, man, we gotta cover some context. All right, so context number one, why are you carrying a concealed blade to begin with? I can't answer that question for you, so we might as well move on to the next thing. Second consideration, printing. Do you want people to know that you're carrying a concealed weapon? Probably not. I'm wearing a tight shirt here, and I'm using the AccuStrike training knife, which is a little bit bulkier, but it's a wonderful, wonderful training knife. It registers sights and sounds for slashes and thrusts. You can get this at aperturefightfocus.com. It's got a pretty big holster. So yes, I'm printing. Later on, we're going to use a much more compact and much more concealable training blade. This is the Tribunal from Tuhan Apollo Ladra. I'll put the link in the description below as to where you can get this knife. So finally, and the most important one as far as context goes, is that I am not an expert at this stuff. What I want to actually show you are principles that you can adapt or adopt to your own practice based on your specific criteria, based on your specific physicality, based on your specific training goals. Anything that I show here today has an appropriate replacement that will be right for you. Maybe you're not a fan of the front kick. Maybe you think throwing a looping overhand right is a bad idea. There will be appropriate replacements, and we can talk about those things in the details below. Once again, I'm going to show you some principles that I've gathered over the years, principles that I think are sound, principles that I train myself. So I hope that covers it as far as context goes. Let me know if I may be missing something, and we can continue the discussion in the comments below. But for now, let's just move forward. So the first thing I want to talk about is a front kick, whether that's a teep, a snap kick, whatever the case may be. The front kick is going to allow you to rapidly gain time and distance to deploy your blade. Again, nothing is certain. You can miss the kick. There can be ice on the ground. He could be a better striker than you. A whole lot of things can happen. So this is not a perfect technique, but please try to understand that I'm only demonstrating principles. And the principle here is using striking to create space to draw your concealed weapon. Oh guys, before we continue, one more really important consideration, and that is to use a training knife that is as close as possible to the knife that you actually carry, and only train where you actually carry your knife. For me, I like to train in multiple carry positions just because I see this as an academic study. I hope to never use any of these skills in real life, so I train it purely for the enjoyment, and I hope you can get some self-defense value from this if it applies to you. So let's keep going. All right, so again, context is going to change everything here. I'm going to show you the principle of having good defensive structure or time and space to be able to deploy your knife using a front kick. So here we go. I'm going to assume that my kick has some good effect, that it sent him back. I'm going to get small. I'm going to draw with my left hand and immediately present offense and defense to the target who may be rushing forward after that kick. So one more time. All right, so something happened there. On my draw, on my grab, I got snagged a little bit. You will snag in training. So practice, another context, practice with different kinds of fabrics and apparel that you actually do wear. So again, principally speaking, we're just using some kind of a front kick to gain time and distance to get us into the position where we train that draw. And by the way, the mechanics are, you want to defend up here. We're going to draw, clear, grab, right? Maybe we're drawing back like this for additional defense. Context matters. Maybe you won't need it. Maybe you do it. Maybe you don't. And then we move forward. So again, kick, right there. At speed. All right, so that was some sort of a front kick to use to gain us time and space to draw our concealed weapon. This time, we're gonna do the same kind of front kick, but we're gonna step back. Here. right? Here's your front kick. You're gonna step back, right? This drawing arm becomes a part of your defense. Careful not to give your back up completely. Kick, here, here. So we're gonna kick, and as we pull up this defense, we're actually going this way. Kick, defense, draw, back into the fight. Kick, draw. The timing of your clear and draw is something you need to work on in isolation. Kick, a little bit more pronounced. Again, principally speaking, a whole bunch of other things can happen, right? Whole bunch of other things. You kick, you draw, maybe you frame. You kick, you draw, maybe you get caught up. And now this is a thing you need to resolve. You kick, lift, draw, back up into the defense, maybe step out. A whole bunch of other things, but the principle is front kick to create time and space. Guys, I'm just gonna isolate the mechanics of the appendix draw for you. We're going into Pakal grip. Here, lift, slap, grab, back up. So guys, as you can see, that draw actually creates some kind of a defense, right? This motion right here. We're up here momentarily, right? Shoulders up. I don't want to get too much into the technicalities of it. There are a whole bunch of things here. Whole lot of layers, but for now, broad stroke principles, right? Some sort of a defensive structure for your draw, fighting, here, here. Again, being careful not to give up your back. And only you are going to be able to determine how much time and space you actually have if you're not going to create time and space using strikes. Now with striking, again, we got a little bit more time doing the exact same thing. Stepping in. Stepping back. From this angle, again. That moment to clear is a split second, right? Here, here, here. And there's a timing thing. It may change depending on the fabric that you're wearing. Kick, here. So guys, the two principles we're discussing here is creating time and space or distance using striking. And the second principle really is not to give up good defenses during your draw stroke. Now that you've got the principles down, I'm going to show you the haymaker, the right cross, the overhand right. Very, very quickly, same principles apply. So maybe we miss and our backs may be exposed. Maybe. You're going to have to deal with that. Here. That's what we're trying to do. Hit, out. Here. Maybe we get an angle as we do it. Right? We hit as we draw. We're cutting out. We're gaining angles. We're creating barriers. We're creating space. Maybe we're getting control. But it starts from here. Principally speaking, it means we can hit with the other hand, can't we? We strike, bang, clear, draw, defense, offense, offense. All right, we're gonna switch away from the AccuStrike and do the exact same things with the Tribunal from Tuhan Apollo Ladra. Principally speaking, can we do a swing kick? Yes, we can. What's the consideration? Whether or not you actually hit with that swing kick. I'm going to really accentuate this one, exaggerate this one. Off combination striking, pop, 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 pop. A little bit faster. In combination. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much. In subsequent videos, we're going to talk about pocket deploying our folding knife. This is probably where most people carry their utility everyday carry blades. It is a lot more complex than you think. You're going to require more time, more distance, better striking, better defenses, better everything to actually deploy it from here. For now, please remember, context will dictate your strategy. These are the principles that we're talking about, creating time and distance through striking. So whatever blade you carry, whatever trainer you use, whatever your favorite strike is, all I'm saying is to use whatever that is to facilitate a safe and positive draw of your concealed weapon. One more time, you guys, though. I'm not an expert. We're all just sharing here, right? So I count on you to leave me some comments down below. And until next time, my name is Paulo Rubio, aka GN. Thank you for watching FMA Source. Peace.